Okay, everyone is here now. I'm just gonna hand over our mic to the host today. Even here.
Thanks, Amy. Hey guys, Eva here. I'm your host today. Welcome to our 14th BitMetis Gamefi Corner. We are very happy to have this amazing guest today. Please feel free to turn on the mic to discuss. We are looking forward to some sparks. Also, there's gonna be a giveaway for this roundtable. 3 winners will be randomly drawn from the audience. So yeah, without further nonsense, let's get into today's episode. Firstly, let me introduce our guest today. We are currently sitting with our amazing guest speakers from Ryan Cole, the CEO and co-founder of LOFI, and Jose Martinez, the lead CM of Angelic, and Volkan, Arslan, the head of marketing from Yeeha Games, and TY, CEO from Cradles, and Wendy Far, operation manager from Karmaverse. Very glad to have you guys here today to share your thoughts at our roundtable, and really excited to talk to you about what you did. So this leads to our first topic today. Maybe we can further this introductory session more. Why don't you introduce yourself or your project and the latest progress? Please share with us your origin story, like how's this all started? Any fun facts or stories? I'm sure the audience are pretty curious too. Maybe Ryan, you go first.
Hey guys, I'm very glad to be here today. It's
Hey
my
Ryan.
honor. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, your volume is a
No,
little
we
bit
can
too
hear you.
loud.
All right, that
Yeah,
sounds great.
okay. I can hear
Hey,
you too.
yeah, it's a pleasure and then to be here today, just like as a speaker, as a representative of the LOFI Project. Um, this is Ryan, and I'm a co-founder and CEO of LOFI. Our project is basically a lifestyle watch-term platform. You can, we really um, kind of want our viewers to deserve more. This is where the LOFI Project kind of started from last year. So I started this project just like as a big fan of just watching streaming content everywhere, but the time that we are kind of spending is totally like underestimated. It's not valued at all, and then that's why just I really kind of wanna give more kind of value to our viewers and the fans and the watcher, and then to make the reinvent like healthier streaming ecosystem. So this is how and the lo-fi and the project came from, and then I really kind of attracted. I was really attracted to this project, and that's why just how I came from the rabbit hole, and then yeah, this is where we at. So in our project released in the last week, and then iOS and Android, and then people can earn like get a reward and the earning token while watching content on Twitch right now. So we're attracting not only Web3 guys but Web2 guys also into our platform, and we're trying to make the the Web3 streaming like ecosystem and streaming platform as a replacement of the Twitter and the Twitch and the YouTube in the future. So I'm glad to be here today. Just I'm gonna like give you like as much detail like story as possible. Yeah. And then thanks for your time today, and then let's have a talk.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. I really like to say that Watch to Earn is indeed relatively new to the Web3 area, and this innovative gameplay undoubtedly encourages both watchers and streamers. Glad to witness the birth of more superior streamers. Thanks for your sharing. Next, we have Jose. What do you want to share with us about Angelic, Jose?
Well, I have plenty to say about Angelic. My name is Jose Martinez. I'm the community manager lead, and I'm super happy to be here, and thanks for inviting me. Regarding Angelic, if anybody of you don't know, it's a AAA game. It's a dark science fiction. It's a narrative strategy role-playing game, which is turn-based combat. It's a very nice proposition. It's a a full-on game that is focusing to be fun. It's based on a collaborative universe. So we want our players to be part of the game and try to reward them as much as possible, not as a play-to-earn mechanism, but as having ownership and having DAO mechanisms and having other ways that we reward our players. It has a huge story behind it and very deep characters. We have around 10 characters that they all have their own story. They're super cool. You get to use all of them during the game. They all have their own personalities. As I said, it's a dark science fiction, so it doesn't mean that there's good guys versus bad guys. So these characters, they all have very, very deep personalities. I actually really enjoy some of them and their stories. And as you play the game, you get to know these personalities and pick your favorites. I think all in the team, we are we've been picking which ones are the ones we like the most. And as I said, we're super happy. We're in the process of releasing PvP in the next year and early next year. We had an old build that was built by the founder and some of his friends out of passion, which helped some founding. And we are just preparing for the launch and the NFT sales, and super happy to be here sharing all this with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah, I agree that we'd like to not only earn in the game, but also having fun. And having fun is also important in a game. Technology and imagination of the future and the universe related to human proposition never goes out of style. And also, this is the Angelic's and theme. I can't help becoming passionate while listening. Also, the setting reminds me of a saying, to infinity and beyond. Hey, Volkan, how about you pick up the baton to share with us something about Yeeha?
Yeah, definitely. Hello, everyone. I'm Volkan. I'm from Germany. I'm the head of marketing at Yeeha Games. And previously, I was in a different position. Previously, I was connecting all crypto exchanges with football teams all around the world. Nowadays, I'm the head of marketing at Yeeha Games. And what we do is basically we are bridging Web 2 and Web 3 gaming by bringing AAA titles, so basically mobile games, because we wanted to make it accessible for everyone. So what we did is we acquired mobile games. We're not producing themselves because, in our opinion, the smartest thing to do is, if you want to bring out a mobile game, let a studio build that game that is actually experienced in doing that, instead of trying to build something and it gets boring. Because we saw the issue of the current market in gamify of dying projects because they're basically just either Ponzi schemes or they're basically just boring. And what we did is we acquired AAA games on mobile. From over 10 studios, we got over 11 games aligned over the next 12 months, and some of them are like really insane. They go in all genres. So we have MMORPG strategy games. We have games similar to Pokemon. We have like all kind of games. And what we did is we built like an insane team that consists of people from traditional gaming, so Tencent or MiHoYo and all these kind of companies. And then also a lot of people from crypto companies and Web3, just like me, for example. And to finance all of that, for sure, you need money. So we got a $50 million investment, and we are also backed by Bybit. So we are quite strong on the market. Right now, what we do is we released our first game, which was Midgard Saga, but it was just an appetizer because, like, when you enter a market, you have to plan a bit. You have to see, okay, how does certain target groups react to certain things. It was okay, but right now we are working on our first flagship game, which is Oath of Peak, an insane MMORPG, really close to, really similar to Genshin Impact, I would say, but on mobile only, not on PC as well. And the game is quite insane. The tokenomics took a while because it's a lot of work to implement healthy tokenomics in a game like that. But that way, we're basically what we want to do here basically is we want to bring traditional gamers, Web 2 gamers, the world of Web 3. We want to make them experience Web 3 features. And Web 3 features are more than just, okay, I can earn money while I'm playing a game, but like all kind of asset ownership and all these kind of things. We want them to experience that because we want to show them the positive side. Because gamify is more than just earning money. Gamify is more than, okay, I play a game for 2 seconds, I click on my screen for 2 seconds, and I made $20. And then 1 week later, my NFTs are not worth anything anymore. And also by bringing in these kind of people, they will build a stronger relation to their assets because it's like unique assets, and Web2 gamers like unique things. They have a bigger bond, a psychological bonding to items, so it's less relevant to sell them when a bear market is, for example. So we go for stability rather than just innovation here. And what we do is we build an ecosystem that consists of all kind of things, community-wise, tokenomics-wise, game-wise. We want to make sure the quality in all of these three things is top-notch.
Thanks, Volkan. I have to say that this resolves some people's difficulties in choosing games because you almost have all of kinds of games. And I like the theory of Yeeha to bridge the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. This space, like blockchain space, needs more fresh blood to join. Also, the anime graphic styles of all the games on your page look great.
Yeah,
Looking
you like
forward
that,
to yeah, I
That's
like those
insane, I
anime
know.
style. And by the way, I'm a fan of MiHoYo. Looking
Yeah, there
forward
you
to
go.
those.
Get ready for peak then.
Looking forward to see those games come strong. Next we have TY. The stage is yours now.
Hey, you guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, okay, yes, yeah. Glad to meet you all for so much colleges, and I'm TY. I'm the founder of Cradles, and as for me, actually, I used to be the cryptography researcher in the National University of Singapore, and when I dig into this field, maybe like 5 years ago, and I used to be digging into the blockchain infrastructures like the ender layer ones, and now I just digging into more into the GameFi's and Metaverses and Web3 games, and also some basic layers of the games, and also that's why we created Cradles. And actually, Cradles is a high quality ARPG game, and now we are occasionally that we are just giving away the pre-alpha slots for all the players who want to join into the game. And now we are doing our pre-alpha test, and it lasts for 10 days, and now we are in this time period. So if you want to join, actually you can follow on us, and to have a slot for you on Discord, and then you may have a chance to squeeze into the pre-alpha. So I don't mean to let you guys guessing, but I think that you should just stepping into Cradles and to see the prehistorical lands, how it looks like, and to hunt more dinosaurs, and to just experience the AAA ARPG game. And also, it's more like the ARPG game, and with a prehistorical theme, and you can hunt animals, you can customize your loot and your characters, and you can do a lot of stuff like customize your own lands, actually. But we are not only on that, we are just optimizing the tokenomics now. Actually, we've seen the Axie Infinity dual token system has failed, so we are trying to find a new way to to processing on it. Like, we are only focusing on one token, which is a single token system, that we put all the values on tokens, but we let players to create their own NFTs in the game, and instead of we just selling them out. So that's a very new innovations, and I think that it may work in the future. In the future, but now we are doing our pre-alpha without tokenomics. So if you want to just having fun and have a gameplay, just come and enjoy. And now we are like gathering like 100 more than 1,000 players are joining, and we said we already give away like 2,000 slots for the players, and now the players are keeping up. So if you want to have a seat, please come and to enjoy the Cradles.
Thanks, TY. That's impressive. And about Cradles, I'd like to say, especially the part where players can experience the extinct creatures that once appeared on Earth is really awesome. Quite a fancy one. And I have to say that having a new idea is always a good thing. Next, we
Yeah,
have
thank
Wendy. Hey, Wendy.
Hi, hi, Evan. Hey
Hi.
guys, this is Wendy from Karmaverse. Karmaverse is a GameFi multiverse containing multiple metaverses such as Karmaverse Zombie, Fantasy World, Old West, Cyberpunk. It's created by the team behind two of the top 10 SLG games in mobile gaming history, which generated over $2 billion in revenue and 5 million monthly active users. Karmaverse Zombie is the first game on Karmaverse, released in early April. We have is one of the first Carol Match 3 and SLG game with a combination of play to earn and play for fun in the game world. Currently we have over 60,000 users in the in-game users, and over 12,000 token holders. That's the um, that's the that's the project. And even ask something about something fun and stories. um, I think the something fun, this is fun for me because most of the team members are idealists, they including me, and they are artists. They would like to make the game, to make a fun game more than anything else. So our game is turns out really fun. It's like it's a three match, like a Candy Crush with the earning function. Um, and because the team is really strong, was really strong in the Web 2 gaming industry. Now we want to contribute ourselves to Web 3 and grow for the whole industry. That's all. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Wendy. This is kind of like an open game world, I think. Just like the title, it has a universe. So I guess the only thing you need to take along is your imagination. By the way, I'm also a fan of SLG games. We'll never stop challenging my intelligence. And talking about three Smash games, it reminds me a game that called Ship a Ship. Don't know, have you guys ever heard about it? It's really dope. um, so next, thank you all for your introduction. I'm super excited about all the amazing projects everybody's been working on right now. This got me can't stop thinking that with all this stunning gameplay, which part of your own project do you like best? Like, what is the most interesting part you'd like to share with while recommending the game to your friends? Maybe Ryan, you go first again.
Oh yeah, yeah, here. Yeah. This is a ROFI project. Actually, just we have been starting with OKX and the Bybit last week. The LOFI Patch NFT actually was released, and thankfully, and then we are receiving a great interest and suggestions from outside, and they can develop just into the good news. And then the LOFI team is working on the project with a greater sense of responsibility. So, by answering all those questions from our users, we went back to all the kind of basics, such as the problems that we wanted to solve, and then through LOFI project, the kind of moment we started the project and the goals that we wanted to achieve, and all things kind of considered, we are trying to focus more on kind of watching experience. So, and our project is very straightforward, and basically, and a lot of people kind of think that the LOFI project is a rewarding project, just like earning kind of token while consuming and content in the Twitch right now, but YouTube and the TikTok Live in the future. But we are also kind of focusing on the Web 2 guys, like to be able to enjoy our platform. So no matter who are already enjoying the watching content like Twitch or YouTube Live or TikTok Live. Just anybody, just it could be our platform, and then they can enjoy as they were enjoying by watching content, but that they can like earn additional money, and that they can be used to reinvent like a healthier streaming ecosystem by like donating to their favorite streamers and using what they've earned, and then they can donate or they can decorate their kind of ranking system or ranking of the like donators, something like that. And then this is kind of we are kind of focusing on like to improve like viewing like convenience, and then to be like concentrating on the viewer experience, and then by changing like the mining efficiency, by changing like gamification aspect and the GameFi and the SocialFi aspect. So the bottom line is our app is very straightforward. Like everyone, and from Web 2 and the Web 3 guys also like able to enjoy just whatever kind of materials, whatever content they're kind of enjoying, and then yeah, and everyone, and then you can download iOS and Android, and the let's make a kind of time for make your time worthy in the Twitch and then being a live streaming. So yeah, and then let's see just what's coming the next, and then the entire our LOFI project team is really kind of sincerely and working this project, and we are seeing project this in a very long term with the sustainability in a very kind of robust and streaming ecosystem, our project ecosystem. So yeah, this is how just the LOFI project is working on right now, and then let's enjoy our LOFI project and the LOFI EQ.
Thanks for sharing, Ryan. Next we have Jose.
Well, I think I'm very excited about Angelic because right now everybody's kind of looking what's going to be the next Web3 game or the one that's going to break the barrier. I listen to a lot of podcasts and Twitter spaces, and everybody talks about the next big thing, you know. And I like to think Angelic is a good contender for this. It's a game that hasn't been changing depending on the market. It has always been true to their positioning. It started in actually 2016 by the creators, and it has a proposition that is not driven by the market. Like, for example, the NFTs, if you take this as a little example, the NFTs are a striking balance because we do not want to be a pay to win, but we don't want to be a play to earn, and we don't want to have a high entry barrier. So we have to juggle all these three balls with how we do the NFTs. Obviously, you want to have NFTs that are more expensive, but not these. They should not have a clear advantage in game, because then you become a pay to win, and we don't want the game to be boring. If it's pay to win, people would just buy the most expensive NFTs and make money and dominate the game. So then it becomes boring. So that's something we're very aware. So all the utilities that we give to our higher tier NFTs and the more expensive NFTs are outside of the game. So we keep the game very competitive. Another thing, we try to give very easy access. I know right now it's easy access to everybody because it's bear market, but even on since we start planning the whole game, there's been an idea to have a very low entry barrier. Like our lowest NFTs at the moment, we're giving three for free when you register in a web page. But these are really accessible. They're like $10 each, and you buy characters, and with this you are able to play the game. So this is a way that you actually can play. And this can be leveled up to a level 10. And then if you're really wanting to get into the game and want to progress, you can buy a higher level that can progress until level 20 and so on. So it has a very strong strategic position that has not been driven by fear and changes in the market, but for making actually the game fun. So that's what excites me the most about Angelic, because we have a road and we're trying to deliver throughout, and we just want to see what actually happens. And even if it's not us, I think one of these games are going to change the Web3 forever, same as Axie change earn and everybody start earning money, I think somebody is gonna come and show that Web3 is more than earning, is more than owning tokens, is more than owning NFTs. It's about using the blockchain for the benefit of the game.
Thanks for sharing, Jose. Next, we have Volkan from Yeeha. Hey, Volkan.
Yes. Hey. It's a really hard question because, as I mentioned before, we focus on a lot of different things. We focus on tokenomics, and I'm a big fan of tokenomics in a different way because right now the issue is tokenomics get forced to people and like not well thought, and that's a big issue within the gamify sector. So it's always interesting to see when a decent team is working on tokenomics, like how much ideas they generate. Okay, we can do it this way, we can do it that way, and you see like different thought processes. On the other side, we have cool games, and I get to play them before, which is also really cool. So I like that. And but I would say like my most favorite thing about like what we work on right now is basically community building because I'm really close to the community. I really know so many people within our community, got to know to so many people, building with them. I mean, I'm a person when I work with a community on a community driven project, you got to be thankful because these people are the ones that make it possible. A $50 million investment like we got, for example, would be nothing without these people because okay, you can build a project with 50 million, but what is that project worth if you don't have the community? So the community is always a driving factor here. Communicating with them, getting feedback from them, turning that feedback into new products, into new features, or into progressing current products is a thing I like the most because me as a person that works on something will never have the view of a person that looks from the outside, from the consumer perspective on a product. So talking with them and building and all that kind of stuff basically is like really cool for me to work on basically. And I would say the community aspect is like the best feature I like about our entire project because like the games we have, it is clear they are good, and the tokenomics we have, there is a huge team behind it, and they are getting better and better and having more and more crazy ideas. But for me, as a head of marketing, analyzing consumers right now is like my favorite thing to do on the project right now.
Yeah. Thanks, Volkan. That makes point, and it also leads to our third topic. But let our other guests to finish their topic here.
Not easy.
So Ty, your turn. What's the favorite part of your game
Yeah.
you want to share with us?
Yeah, I gotta share some something that is really interesting. But the first one that is that we are focusing on the gameplays. Like we have a bunch of the game counters that now we are ready for publish and just join the pre-alpha, and you can see that how the progresses we have made. And another highlight is like we are creating a new mechanism, and maybe so called it's kind of like a new token. It's a new token. It's called EIP3664 token, the NFT. For instance, like we are keeping thinking that how we gonna deal with the relationships with NFTs and tokens. Like if you are focusing on the NFTs, actually the values is gonna be separated into two parts. Like you store a part of the values into NFT as well as to keep them in the tokens. That's why the failures that X Infinity has made is a horrible disaster. It's because that they are focusing on three kinds of stuffs, like the SLP and AXS, as well as the NFT prices. So as well as the NFT prices is blocking the new users to come into the game because the NFT is getting expensive, and you don't they need to count on the queues for letting them into the game, so which is not a healthy mechanism. So we created EIP3664, which can let the tokens, and no matter what token it is, like an NFTs or FTs, like tokens or NFT, they can all be staked into an NFT For instance, we see NFT as containers. Like we are only focusing on the values of the tokens. So if you are playing the game, what you have is the Cradles coins. You can staking the Cradles coins into your loots, like your weapons. You can stake your Cradles coins into them, and then you will get enhancements on your character, and you can play faster and you can play stronger, and then you can beat more monsters and to get more rewards on this. So that's a really fancy stuff that we are developing, and we already have like more than 20 repositories in our GitHub. So on this protocol we have been developing a lot, and also we thanks for that. Thanks for the EIP 3664. We can consist on a single token system, which we only focus on the token values, and we are taking responsibilities of this value. And also now we are trying to grow our community and to let everyone knows Cradles, and to let everyone can have a try in the Cradles prehistorical world. And now we are having our pre-alpha, and the next steps is to having the alpha and beta, and then we're gonna release our interesting mechanism. It's called a subscription-based game. That is, Cradles is a subscription-based game. You need to pay a fixed price instead of buying the NFTs to get into the game. And also you can win Cradles coins in the game. But what if you don't have any money to buy the tokens or the subscription cards? Of course you can play for free, but you cannot earn Cradles coins in the game. So which means that everyone will have a chance to play the game. So that's what we call. We want to mix the boundaries of Web 2 and Web 3. That is, if you don't want to pay the money, if you don't want to pay for the tokens, of course you can play, you can enjoy, then pay. That is the kind of like a traditional mechanism in the Web 2 fields, like World of Warcraft. So that's what we are keeping doing.
Thanks, TY, for sharing. Next, we have Wendy.
Hi. Yeah, sure. There's something good about Karmaverse. I think first one is there are some really sexy avatars. The figures, the outfits. Personally, I love them. I love to. They are pretty cool, and they are even cooler when those avatars kill the zombies. There were a few times I wanted to play 15 minutes after my lunch, but turns out that I played over 2 hours until my phone out of battery. This is one point I like Karmaverse, is this game is highly addictive. Another point, there was a Web3 media approached us and want us to participate in their documentary because they went to Africa and found the locals love zombie games. And Karmaverse was the only Web3 mobile Zombie 3 match game they found. So that this is another thing that I love is to know Karmaverse is popular worldwide. Thank you.
Thanks, Wendy. The answer of the second topic our guest Volkan just mentioned before actually led to our to our next topic. And the next topic I think is very meaningful. Community, you just mentioned before, also can be assumed as the core concept of the DAO, plays a key role to the blockchain games, like from community common sense to community-driven gameplay design, from player ownership to player maintenance. I think every guest here all has much to say. So here's the topic. Why is community key to blockchain games? How will you build a true GameFi or Web3 community mindset? So Volkan, why don't you go first?
Yeah, well, it's always that's always a good topic, but when we speak about community, I see it as the key, not because of growth, because for a lot of projects, sadly, because I worked with a lot of projects before, they see a community as a number to show off. It's like, hey, wow, we got 200,000 followers. It's not about 200,000 followers. It's about how many of these 200,000 followers wants to build with you. They are convinced about your project. They are ready to invest, but more importantly, they are ready to build with you. Because for example, I see the community not just as an external party. For me, a community within GameFi or especially Web3. You see the most successful Web3 projects right now, and the most successful NFT projects when it doesn't come to GameFi. Why are they successful? Because the community is so strong behind them. The community defines your value within the space here. And that's why I don't see the community as a third party. I involve them in my work. I see them as an external arm that helps me gain information, that helps me build things, that helps me improve things as well, because they see things that I won't see, and I basically talk to them. I get my information, I process that information to the departments, and they work, and I get the feedback from them. And this is why I'm 100% seeing the community as the most important factor, basically.
Okay, thanks, Volkan. What's the others' opinion? Maybe Ryan, what's your opinion?
Hey, yeah, as the Volkan and I mentioned that, and the community is the most like the powerful and essential and important part of the Web3 project. So, and then me just as like CEO, the co-founder, and then, but also and then one of the users of just byproduct and the watch to earn. I'm trying to expose myself just as many times as possible a day, and then try to kind of communicate with our kind of users or kind of members and in our kind of platform, and then to get good feedback, and then have their kind of suggestions, and to see just how my project is gonna kind of move forward, things like that. But as I mentioned earlier, just our platform is like attracting not only Web3 guys, but also, and then the LOFI project has a mission, just like Steppen, and then to like attract kind of Web2 guys just into kind of Web3 world. And then I feel like I have a mission to grow in the Web3 industry, just not only the guys and who've been kind of stick to and who've been used to the Web3 project, but also and the Web2 kind of users who have no idea of crypto, who have no idea of NFT or kind of blockchain industry, and it would have like as kind of positive kind of impact as possible, and then to kind of learn and then to educate them with a lot of kind of good things of kind of Web3. So to be me myself in the community building is not only for the Web3 kind of users, but also Web2 users, and in the future, and the Web3 is going to be kind of mainstream. Yeah, this is how just I feel just as always I'm trying to expose myself, and not only Web3 but Web2, but the Web2 is going to be the potential and our user for the Web3. So these are kind of two parties will be kind of harmonized with each other, and then to grow in the Web3 industry in the future. Yeah, this is kind of my kind of mindset to work on our community building.
Thanks, Ryan. Next, we have Jose. Hey, Jose.
Hey, well, me as a community manager, I think it's a subject I love, and I absolutely love to be with my community. They have become like my family. But answering your question, I think it's super important community in Web3 because this is not just a community. They are like shareholders. They have part of your actual game. They own a little bit of it, and they're more inclined to share their feedback and give you direction and correct what they think is wrong and give you positive feedback as well. So it multiplies times 100. Like in Web2, you have communities, but you don't see developers listening or taking the feedback as direct as you do on Web3. And this is because we are closer to the community and things like DAO mechanisms and token holding and holding NFTs, it makes a big impact. These people are directly involved financially and emotionally and all with the project. So these people are they're not stakeholders, they're shareholders. So it's super important to listen to them. It's super important to grow them. And I think any project you ask about their community, they're gonna say it's super important part. And we're all looking how to grow it and how to nurture it and how to keep them happy. And that's why we do so many airdrops and competitions and gleams and campaigns. And you don't see these happening in Web2 and other games, but in the gamify space is huge because we are so aware that our community is a decisive factor of our success.
Yeah, thanks. Next we have TY.
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
And yeah, I'm here. And
Yeah.
yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks to all the colleges for sharing. And yeah, actually, I'm the CEO of Cradles, and it's my shortcoming to organizing the community, but I've learned a lot for during a whole year and how to grow the community. Actually, the key point is to keeping a service them and to just to making your patient and to listen to the community. Like now we are doing our tests and we have several bugs are coming out every day, so actually we need to fix them out. And once we are listening to our community and to see what they think and what functions that should be adding into the game. So we just following each one in the community, especially our Cradles elites. Actually, they are selected for the advanced credence. Actually, we call credence is because they are family, and we are keeping them posted and to just announcing every part of the updates to them, and then we let them to enjoy and to create the contents. And actually as well as the feedbacks are the most important stuff. Like we are listening to them and to keeping all the functions they posted can be updated into the game and to make the game to be really fun. And also we already seen a lot of the devices that we are very welcome to our community to post those devices to us and to let's updating into Cradles, because Cradles is not a game from a company, because nowadays the companies are selling the NFTs, but we are not doing that. But we are trying to listen to the community, and the game is from the community. Like we can let all the players and the Cradles elites can gathering together and to design a character and to design the whole game stories. So that's that's a very important stuff, like we are facing in now and in the future.
Next we have Wendy.
Hi, sure. Actually, the four guests already expressed everything I want to say. I totally agree with them, especially with Juan and Volkan. Indeed, the community, they are the shareholders and contributors of the project. They are not something external or third party. They're one of part of us. So we should give power to the community. And Karmaverse is going continuing decentralization. So our community has a lot of power. We let the community grow itself. So this is my opinion about the community mindset. Thanks.
Thanks for sharing, Wendy. I saw tons of our listeners are sharing their opinions under the comment. So I decided to let Amy to choose three of them to share. Hey, Amy.
Hi guys. So we got a lot of questions from the live Q&A section, and I think some of them are pretty interesting and kind of similar for what we are planning. And the first one is from John. So he's asking, according to the roadmap, what are your important next priorities? Or does your team have enough funds and strong community to achieve these milestones? I think this is kind of important because we do see a lot of games I can't say who, but they maybe have very great graphic or great gameplay, but market performance didn't play well. So I think this is more associated with the current market and the roadmap you guys are planning. Feel free to share with us. Yeah, maybe we start with Jose, because I know you're have another plans. You can go first and say bye to your audience.
Absolutely. Thanks for that. And sorry, guys, I might have to leave sudden. I have to leave in 15 minutes. So I'll start with this question. Our biggest plans, we are gonna do a private round for our partners of our NFT sales, and then we're gonna have a public round of sales for our NFTs. As I mentioned before, we are also gonna give 3 free NFTs to anybody who comes to our website, and you can actually play the game with these 3 characters and test it and everything. But the one I'm most excited and more happy about is on Q1, we're going to release a player versus player part of the game where you can actually play the game and compete with your friends. And it's going to be the first playable build that we're going to have. Later down the year, we're going to have something called Nexus Mission, which is a single player where people are going to start getting integrated with the personality of the characters and the hero and understand how the techniques and everything works with all of them. And after, we're going to do a collaborative multiplayer game where people can create their own NFTs. Guilds are going to integrate and have their own battles between guilds. There's going to be tournaments, there's going to be championships. So our roadmap is quite clear, is set. We have a fantastic community and we have enough funding to get there. We've been expanding our team drastically this year. We have over 80 staff members at the moment working day and night to make this happen. Probably the rest of the games here are gonna agree with me. People underestimate how long it takes to make a good game. You see Web2 taking 5-6 years to make a very good game, and these are multi-million companies that make AAA games. So we have the money, we have the expertise, we have the team, and we are super happy because we're gonna achieve this, and we're just gonna get there no matter what.
Thanks, Jose. By the way, you can say bye to your audience in case you have something urgent you gotta go. Yeah. So thanks for joining us today. We're so good to have you here.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's been fantastic. It's been a great talk and great hosts and great projects talking about their own projects. And I want to thank all the people listening. Please, if you want to know more about Angelic, go to our website, go to our socials, ask around. We are available for anyone. And thanks everybody for listening and for attending. It's been great.
Okay. Thanks, Jose. So I'll just take on the mic. Volkan. Volkan, is that correct?
Yes, it is actually. So, basically, the current market doesn't really impact what we do right now. What is really impacting our product and our project in general, I would say it is how other projects within the same sector perform and what they do and how they do well or mess up. Because basically, while we are still building, there's projects out there that are also releasing already, but not all projects perform in a way they should perform. I'm not talking about financially perform, but like morally perform, because a lot of projects are just there for the quick money, Ponzi schemes, etc. These kind of people are responsible for messing up the reputation of GameFi, of Web3 elements, of crypto, of NFTs. We all have the right mindset here for sure. But a Web2 user or a completely new guy to this entire scene here will just basically value what he heard before. And what he heard before is Ponzi schemes, NFTs are fake, cryptocurrencies are dropping. And these things are what we struggle with. If the bear market hits, that's one thing. But what we are struggling with, or not right now, but what we could struggle with that could impact our project in general, is not how the market performs, but how our entire sector performs reputational wise, I would say.
Yeah, that makes sense. I gotta say I feel the same, but like you said, I couldn't say who or which product or project.
I
Um,
could, but I'm fair, so I don't name products.
yeah, me too. What about TY?
Yeah, I'm here, and I want to share is like we already hit our milestone for the first round of the game test. Is because that we want to show the progresses, and I also want to announce that actually building a game it don't need that much of the funds. Like we raised like 5 million, and we can raise more. But why we don't? Because that we have enough funds, and we don't want to just gathering a lot of the funds and to doing something that is meaning that we are only focusing on Cradles, and we aren't do like doing some ecosystems and doing some like if we want to do this we will raise more, but we will first focus on the the gameplays and to build a good game, and 5 million is very enough for us, and now we are hitting each every milestones they have, and in the future actually we're gonna publish our alpha test in this year's December, and the next year's we're gonna publish the beta and the official version by the Q1 of the 2023. So that's a really fast development process progresses, and I'm gonna say that we are on our highway for developing such a good game, and also now we have two city states and more than 50 characters and 50 buildings and multiple quests and rules you can go, and actually we're gonna just putting into more game contents, like we are filling up with 7 city states in the future, and ultimately we're gonna do a metaverse that is the prehistorical style, and you can do anything you want. You can also gambling actually in some bars in the game. So actually we are hitting our milestones, and by using our funds actually you don't any of the players won't need to worry about the funds. Actually we already have what we want, and we are keep moving, and we already showed progresses, and so that already that already proved that we are a good team, and we are from actually the traditional game side, that we created Empire of Age of Empires and the Transformer series from Xbox, and the Dark Souls series, and those good games. So I'm very confident on the development side, even though now it's a bear market, and I think that if we can if we can come across on the bear market, we're gonna be the top games. So yeah, I'm really confident on the situations, and actually we are not so keen on just making Ponzi's. We just want to having to let players having fun. So that's why even though we don't have any incentives in the pre-alpha, so, but like we are gathering more than 1,000 players are joining us, it's because the game is fun, and we are not really just relying on the tokenomics. So that's the magic of Cradles.
Yeah, thanks for sharing with us. It's always kind of assuring that to see a game that have already developed in such a speed, and looking forward to more amazing stuff happened. What about Wendy?
Hi. Actually, I saw someone asking about the question about Karmaverse. Can I
Yeah,
answer
you
that?
can. You can. You can also answer that. I guess you choose just start a question already.
Yeah, I go through that, and I saw someone ask Karmaverse. This is Mr. Hahim. He asked, "What's the Karmaverse anti-inflation mechanism?" Um, I can see that there are many Metaverse game projects with high profits at the beginning, but they are not sustainable. He asked how to maintain a stable coin price that to attract more users to join Karmaverse game. Thank you for the question. It's a very good question actually. Well, we have been thinking about a lot about the token price, how to make it sustainable. So far, we are developing the staking system. We have been working on it for several months. It should be online very soon because I suppose in a couple of weeks, I hope, but should be very soon. And we are adding more utilities to Keynote token. Right now we are inside of the of Karmaverse. We are developing more games to all the all the ecosystem will use Keynote as a, and externally we are communicating with several good projects to they can like to use Keynote in their ecosystem and to use Karmaverse NFT to play in their games and earn their token. There's something else. Another one is growing the community. We are developing the fiat to crypto money integration to bring more Web 2 users in Web 3. I remember there was one guest talking about bring more Web 2. Let me check. It's the it's a Volkan. Yeah, so we're doing the same. So we believe it will help to us to be to have more followers during the bear market, and you can see that our marketing team is continually working. We believe that the more we work to be awareness in the market, people will trust Karmaverse is a solid project, and a solid project will win the trust and confidence of the shareholders or the players in the end. Thanks.
Thanks, Wendy. So for Ryan, do you want to take some of the question related to LOFI as Wendy, or do you want to go through the roadmap and current market situation?
Yeah, just let me answer two questions very quickly. So yeah, this is a bear market. There's a lot of like buying power and the selling power, both like sluggish. But some project, fundamentally sound and nice and has to kind of move forward. Just like the project here, like all kind of project here and together and the gathering, and it is a project and to move forward. So we're putting a lot of effort on attracting Web3 and the Web2 guys, and we're putting a lot of value on our kind of community members. But at the same time, and they here, and then everybody kind of wants to kind of put their kind of project as they plan. So in the we're LOFI project as well, we're actually kind of performing as we plan, like to be a kind of next champion of their watch to earn, and then converging into kind of the Web3 and the streaming platform, and by putting a lot of value on our viewers and the watchers and also streamers, together. So in the last season, there was coming, and then by putting a lot of effort in every single step of our kind of work on the community building and the marketing and the project development, and then this time, rather than kind of laying off, we're hiring more kind of devs and then more kind of marketers and then more kind of promoters this time, and then to kind of promise this what's coming on the 2023 and then Q1, and then rather than just like hiding somewhere, and then just like we choose and made a huge decision to move forward. So I'm pretty sure and every single project here and also have a kind of word on day on and to moving forward. So and then good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. And because we wanted to keep it around 1 hour, so even though there's a lot of live Q&A in the comment section, but I'm just gonna choose another one and for you guys to like a quick share with us. So this one is from Natsu from our community, he's asking, do you guys have any anti-cheat or anti-whale system planned? Who's gonna be the first one? You guys are free to turn on your mic.
Yeah, well, I'll take it then.
Yeah, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, our mechanisms are mostly built against cheating in a way where the developers actually include the anti-cheat software or the anti-cheat mechanisms within the app. Because we actually, with Midgard Saga, we had it. God bless, we have a good community because it was more of a bug, but it enabled the cheat. But our community reported pretty quick. Half a day was fixed, and the game was decently playable again, basically. So instead of trying to develop this kind of things ourselves, we just give it to the decent departments, to the development studios, so they can do it, and we have something decent to provide.
That's also a way. That's also a solution. Yeah. What about a TY?
Yeah, anti-cheat is very important part as we are actually doing like we call it state synchronization. So by using the state synchronization technologies, and I think that comparing with the frame synchronization, that is that is more secure for the players. And also, actually, I think the anti-cheating is more like avoid the non royal players who join into the game and only aiming for getting the tokens, and I think that is also a cheating part as well. So I think that the subscription model is the most useful way for avoiding this. And also, actually, we are isolated with we are isolating the Web2 players and Web3 players. If you want to play the game for free, of course you can join the game, but without any tokens. But if you are a Web3 players, of course you can pay the Cradles coins or subscribe on our game, and then you can join into the game and to having fun there. And also you can have the rewards there. And but first you need to pay some small bucks, and then you can join to the game. That can also be an anti-cheating system as well. So we have the dual anti-cheating system, which is the one is the online one is the state synchronization system that we are tracking them state by state. And once you are like flying, or if you are running so fast, we are tagging on you, and then we can just tracking who is the cheater. And also, as for the the ones who just wanna who just wanna making money in the game, actually we are tracking them by using some new mechanism that we call the battles. Like if you are in you are minting crystals, if you are minting the tokens in the game, actually they are dangerous. They are dangerous among all the battle zones and all the minting zones. Like you need to take care of your you need to take care of your back, and to defense that others attack, that they may just rob on you, and to just take all your rewards. And actually you need to raise your levels and to just having some good stuffs like good loot for defending them. So which we think that is to convert the cheaters into our royalty players. So that is much interesting in the game, just to have a try in Cradles.
Yeah, I think that's important because this is only fair for, like you said, loyalty gamers or true players. What about Karmaverse? Did you guys have any anti-cheat system?
Yes, definitely we have. Actually, our we have a really strong development team. There, the only thing happened, I think we worried about is the private transaction between the users, between the players. There's something happened a few times that they sell the NFTs privately, and the other part didn't send the money as they agreed. And they came to us, but it's very weak. It's very difficult to control the private behaviors. So we are kind of really appreciate our followers don't trade privately, only use our online or in-game marketplace. So far, there is safe and there's no any accident happened.
Yeah, makes sense. What about Ryan? Did you guys have anything similar? Ryan? I think he's maybe lagging. Okay. So far, thanks everyone. In the comment section, you guys ask a lot of questions, but due to time duration, maybe next time I'll save it for our next roundtable question. Maybe. So I'll just pass it to Evan.
Okay, thanks, Amy. Thanks, everyone, for sharing your opinions, and thanks our listeners to us to share your questions. And thank you so much for sharing your insight and amazing origin stories behind your project. I really like to talk more about these amazing games if we don't have to consider the time. Looking forward to more exciting updates coming. This has been a great conversation. I'm so glad to get connected with you all, and I hope everyone listening has got something out of this roundtable and got to know more about our amazing guest speakers and their awesome projects here. Really awesome. Looking forward to getting together with you all again and reflecting on some of the things that we've discussed here. Just in case this is your first time tuning in, BitMetis is a decentralized game releasing network. We have original GameFi research, regular bounty campaigns, roundtable sessions, and many more exciting events in store for you guys. You can check our official website and Twitter to explore more interesting stuff. And yeah, just another reminder for the giveaway, the winner list will be announced soon enough. Don't forget to check our Twitter post to see if you are on it, and stay tuned. All right, that would be all. Thank you all for being here with us today. The space will end in 3 minutes after this song. Big thanks for guests. Thanks again. And
Thank you very much. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank God.
thank you, Wendy. And I'm playing my playlist.
All right. Thank you, guys. See ya.
See you guys. Have a nice
Thank you,
evening. Have a
guys.
nice day.